Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Right, it's very important you do that. Right, the more viewers that comes in, the more it helps us out and it helps the charity out. So yeah, so please do that. We are back for the rest view, the original rest view, and we are on what episode? Episode 14 now of the rest view. So. Again, we're going to go through some sporting action. We are going to adjust the rest view a little bit. We might even do it next season, maybe once every 2 weeks, or when there's a massive decision or cock up. That way to freshen it up so it stays kind of fresh and basically like not really going through the same thing over and over and over again. But there are a few things to talk about. And we're going to put the link in the chat. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to join, please join via the link in the chat. You can join now. It's up to you. So yeah, make sure you do that right now. Make sure you do that. Right, so we're going to go through the games as usual, and we're going to start. We're not going to start the cup final. We're going to start the Liverpool game, actually. If there are any Liverpool fans who want to jump on for this, by all means do so, because it does involve a couple of decisions that happened in the game and some mad moments in that game as well. So, yeah, so, right, we're going to go through it. So, obviously, we're going to look at, let's have a look at the new tablets. And we're also going to look at an incident as well. Actually, no, we're going to go to the incident, actually. I'm going to just share the screen because there was an incident in the game at Burnley and Leeds that was reported to the referee. What was that? Oh, hello. What do you mean it's not responding? Give me a minute, guys. It's all of a sudden not responding. I don't know why I'm not doing that. But yeah, we're going to go back to an incident that's happened during the game. I'm not sure why it's not responding. I don't know why it's not doing this. Fuck's sake. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to just close the window down. I'm going to have to come back again. I'm going to have to come. Let's go. Right. Don't know why. I don't know what it's doing, but it's. Don't know what it's doing. I don't know what the fuck is that. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway. Just gonna quickly load back up those pages. Gonna go back to incident. Alioski incident. Let's have a look. Right. Bear with me, guys. Studio thing on the side. What here? Oh, that in the background. No, that was when we went to Florida. Don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, the link's in the chat if you want to join. I'm gonna go over this incident right now. So I'm gonna share the screen. This is where it went up last time. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, please. So here it is. Right, incident. FA to receive report on incident involving Leeds. Ezcan Elioski during win at Burnley. Burnley manager Saunders. A report has come to the referee that will be passed on to the FA. One of our players made the report as there was to be a witness to the report, not the incident. It came with a little more 20 minutes remaining during the match at Turf Moor when Dwight McNeil appeared to say something in the ear of Alioski after he'd gone down on the challenge near the touchline. The Leeds player then got to his feet and gestured by covering his ears and sticking out his tongue as both benches got involved in an argument. It's not clear at this stage whom the gesture was towards. Referee Graham Scott then called upon the manager Sean Dyche and Mark Bielsa, plus captains Ben Mee and Luke Ayling before play resumed. A report was coming to the referee that we passed on to the FA. One of our players made the report and I was there to be a witness to the report, not the incident. The report has been made with the referee, and that's where it will stay for now. Asked if there was a racial element to the complaint, Dyche declined to comment further, and the FA said it would await the report before commenting. Leeds manager Marco Bielsa said he had not seen the reaction of this player. Right. I wonder if it better not. Oh, don't tell me there's been a fuck. If there's been a fucking. Right. If he's been racist, he should be fucking hung out to dry. I'm telling you now. I didn't see that there was an incident between the two. He said if there was a gesture, I didn't see it. I saw the dispute, but I didn't think it was too different to what usually happens within a game. Dyche withdrew moments later as he replaced Johan Bergumsson, though the Burnley manager said the decision was unrelated. I was going to take Dwight off. He had put in a lot of effort this season and was done very well this season. This was the first time he's looked a bit jaded. I was nearly going to leave him out before the game, but he's put a big shift in this season. So let's see if we can find if. Has there been any updates? Let me see on Twitter, see if there's any update. Alioski. McNeil. Let's have a look. So, dying Neil. So he plays to go down. When the player has gone down after a challenge, so it appears that the Burnley player went down to mention something in his ear. Alioski's then responded by sticking his tongue out. and then sort of done this to his Alios. So it's Alioski trying to say to the ref, clearly saying, "Did you hear what he said to me?" So has he been racially abusive, McNeil? I don't know. I don't want to. Leeds Alioski reported over a racist gesture towards Burnley's Dwight McNeil. Right, hang on. I'm gonna just show you this page. I'm just gonna show you this page. If this is the case, then absolutely refs have a job these days. Yes, please do smash the like button, smash the share button, please. Right, get people involved, get people watching right now. We're on our way to 1.5k. Please, please, please. Sorry. Yeah, I'm wondering if right. So yeah. Hey bro, what's up? Big up. Also, Jordan, if you want to come on, do get yourself on. I'm gonna go for the Liverpool game in a minute. Just gonna cover this last bit of the Leeds game. Because if this is the case, then oh my god, this guy should be fucking banned and should be have these. Right, the Daily Mirror come out. Leeds in the last. When was this updated? 17th of May. So yeah, 1:47. So today, right? Leeds Ezgan Alioski reported over racist gesture towards Burnley's Dwight McNeil. Leeds United's Alioski has been reported by Burnley after he made a gesture towards Dwight McNeil during the Whites' win at Turf Moor. Burnley have reported Leeds United's Alioski over a gesture he made towards Turf Moor winger Dwight McNeil. The Macedonian appeared to place both hands behind his ears and mocked the mixed race McNeil after the pair came together in the 70th minute incident during the game at 4-0 victory. Fourth official Anthony Taylor made match referee Graham Scott aware of the flashpoint as he came over and brought both managers, Burnley's Sean Dyche and Leeds' Marco Bielsa, together for a lengthy discussion. Afterwards, Dyche confirmed that one of his players had made the complaint and wanted the incident investigated. So this is apparently the justice has been accused of directing a racist gesture. So it appears to be this gesture here, which was quite clear and evident. And when I saw it, I was thinking, yeah, I'm sorry, that's out the line. If that's what you're trying to intend out, then that is disgusting. Right? When I immediately saw it, I'm like, that's not right. Right? That's disgusting. That's wrong. And I can't believe Sean Dyche didn't even. How did Sean Dyche did not report that? He could have quite easily just come out in the press and done it straight away. We got, Ray and Jordan. Ray from City Fan TV, go and hit that subscribe button to City Fan TV right now. And we've got Jordan Hyman LFC. First of all, okay, so whoever's got that in the background, can they turn that down? Jordan, can you turn that TV down for us, please? Thanks, mate. Yeah. First of all, congrats on the Premier League. Ray? Yeah, I'm sure. Get in there. Yeah, get in there. Yeah. I'm sure the one you really want now is obviously the Champions League.
No, man, we got what we wanted. We got what we want. That's a bonus. Always a bonus.
Oh yeah. But anyway, we're just going on about this reported incident. Now, if this was such a case, then why didn't Sean Dykes come out and say something?
No.
But if I did look at it and report sort of what the gesture he made, and I thought, if that's the gesture you're making to a mixed race person, I didn't know McNeil was mixed race, but if that's the case, then you're out of line, way out of line.
Stephen, I've been listening in the background a little bit. I saw the gesture at the time. I saw a bit of VAR grown and everything about it. I think when the commentators, when I started, they were just laughing about it. What is it supposed to mean? What's the racist part of this?
I think it's, I don't know, something about his mixed heritage. I mean, Jordan, what would you make of it?
As a Liverpool fan, you're not looking good.
What's he done? I need to know what he's done that people are upset about.
It's right.
I mean, going like that.
Yeah, that's what I
believe. What he did is, you go back 40, 50 years, we did that as kids, and there was no racist element to it. It's na 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 na, and that's it. You just put your things. No racism in that when we were kids. Trust me. So unless I'm talking, 40 odd years ago we were doing that. Unless things have changed and people have hijacked that and are saying it's meaning something else, I have no idea. But it's making fun of somebody. Unless there's a new connotation to it, like I'll give you an example. The swastika was hijacked from India, basically, and the Nazis took it. Unless someone's taken this little, making fun of people and using it in a different way that I've not seen, I don't know what the problem is. He's making fun of somebody.
Yeah. Just ask a quick question. Dylan, no, don't cut me off. I mean, I still speak to him if they want me to. It's just, it's the fact that they're focused on their channel and I'm focused on mine. So yeah, yeah, there's no problems there. So we just get on with our own channels. That's not it's not racism. It's Matt for FootballerTV. Miss Mel, as usual, in the building. Thank you. Do you know what? It's, for me, I can't. For me, I struggle to judge things really, like in any situation. I struggle with that. So sometimes I'm struggling to work out what is and what isn't. I mean, Jordan, what would you say when you saw the incident?
Oh, I never saw it,
But if you saw the incident back and what has been made of it, what do you say?
That's a bad thing, man. That's never happened.
Yeah, because this is this. I mean, there's apparently over this. So I don't know what you make of that. I mean, I don't know what to make of it. These guys, I don't know.
What is that?
But I don't know. But I hope it's not something that's. I hope it doesn't turn into a racist incident like that. Because it's. So anyway, but let's move on anyway. We'll see how that develops. Obviously, just asked. Said, no, there's nothing going on. I don't know what you're on about. Then it's just Right? They get on with their channel, we go on my channel. I mean, right? I saw them on a Twitter going on about 1K, and I said, well done. So there's no problems there. So I don't know what you're getting at. So just leave it out, right? If there's any problems, it as well, it's between me, Jem, and Ads. So yeah. So obviously, we saw the Liverpool game yesterday, and Mike Dean, what is he doing?
Boy.
What is Mike
Oh.
Dean doing? Why? I mean, wait, what do you make of that? Honestly,
Honestly, I didn't watch much of that. What's going on, man? There's so much going on these days. You mean the penalty? No, not the penalty. Sorry, the offside or
I think it was the free kick. The free kick that I think was it supposed to be a free kick, or was it where he stopped playing? He shouldn't have done. I think
the problem is you're always going to get some people saying, you know, refs are making a wrong decision or VAR's making a wrong decision. You're never going to get everybody agreeing and happy. And you still got that situation where we saw it in just giving an example, that the West Brom incident yesterday, where, you know, the referee, sometimes if the referee gives a decision, it's always very difficult for VAR to overturn it because they're not independent. They want to go with what the referee's done. Mm-hmm. If it's the other way around, you know, if you watch the Women's Champions League final, referee gives a penalty, very soft. VAR doesn't overturn it. Now, if the referee had not given a penalty yesterday, VAR wouldn't have overturned it. And I think that's the problem. It's like in cricket, you've got this umpire's call where it's very, very close. And they say, whatever the umpire's done on the pitch, we're going to stick with that because it's so close. And it feels like the same. But you've got this huge problem where if VAR looks at an incident and agrees with the ref, that's it. They generally want to agree. And generally, if the VAR disagrees with the ref or tells them to go and have a look at the monitor, the referee changes his mind. And it's difficult to say how much of influence it is. You know, as I said, the referee makes a decision, VAR just does not want to disagree with him. And when they send him to the monitor, he then does not want to disagree with VAR. I think if you look at all that, very rarely does the referee disagree with VAR if they send him to the monitor. So the sad thing is we're going to keep, you know, the way they're doing it, in 5 years' time, we'll still be talking about incidents like this. It's never going to go away until they get independent people who have got no, you know, maybe that. I don't think you can do this. You can't have a VAR where nobody knows who they are. But you've got to have something that's independent of the referees. So there's nothing that they think, oh no, you know, they're my mate or they're my colleague. I can't disagree with them. I'll you know, if I'm not sure, you know, it's always going to be a problem. It's always going to be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, do you agree with that, Brethren? Do you think that's with? Do you agree with that, Jordan? Do you think that's always going to be a problem with this, with these situations, and with the VAR and the referees? Because it does feel that way at the minute, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because yesterday, it was a free kick, but the ball we never kick it off good because he did chop and then we kick it out at the same time. And then Salah just put it into the back of the net because, you know, we never kick it off good. And we thought it was the referee, the ball hit, and when I saw it, it was Fabinho was laughing with the referee to tell him that it is a free kick to Liverpool. So, and then I saw the West Brom player chop it, and I said, that should have never chopped. So it should have been referee chop it, and that player should never chop it. So that should have been a callback free kick for us. And then what we still won the game, so we do so.
Yeah, I think West Brom though didn't help themselves in that situation as well because, well, the first thing to do is give the ball straight back to them before setting up. There was so many defensive errors after that created the opportunity. So they didn't help themselves in that case, but as you're right saying, it shouldn't have gone. They shouldn't have been giving us free kick to Liverpool, and Mike Dean, they say on the match of the day, he's a good ref. Well, I don't know what they're bloody watching. Honestly, honestly, I think they must be wearing your sunglasses, Ray. They can't see like clearly. Honestly, I mean, like that's the problem with these refs. They come up. There's always howlers. Like, at some point during the season, we're going to be talking about a howler like this, like where it's cost. I mean, luckily for West, I think the only thing really is that if that was West Brom and they're still fighting for survival, that's huge, because that's a point that could save them from survival gone out the window, because it's basically 1-1. So that's a huge decision. Lucky that in this case that they're already relegated in a sense, but I mean, lucky also that Liverpool got. I mean, it could also be huge for the other teams around Liverpool, because, like Chelsea, if they get knocked out by Liverpool, that decision that gave them the equaliser to then help them get on and win the game, that means that in 2 points, if they missed out by 2 points, they're going to say, well, if they didn't get a decision, we would have been lower on points, we would have had a better goal difference, we would have been through. So it's a massive, massive, massive decisions, and this is the problem. I remember the Bolton game where they got relegated on the last day of the season. The first goal was offside. The second goal, they bundled the referee, literally pushed the referee into the net. And both of them should have been chalked off, because there's a clear foul on the goalkeeper. Any other day, that would have been a foul to a goalkeeper, but it wasn't. And that would have meant Bolton would have won 1-0 on that day, and they would have survived. And that's then hit them in the pocket big time. And that's the thing. Do these referees actually get punished? No.
Well, there's always been issues. I mean, remember that the one was it last season? Which one was it? The Villa, where there was that goal line technology mistake. Was it Villa Sheffield United or something? And Villa stayed up because
I think that was the one time that it was actually technology, though.
Yeah, but the thing is, technology. The goal line technology didn't work. The goal line technology didn't work, but you could clearly see that it was over the line. So VAR should have intervened, but because they hadn't thought it through, they always assumed that the goal line technology would work. And the
linesman should also see it on the line, shouldn't he? As a linesman, you look at.
No, it's not even. They don't even need the linesman. The goal line technology couldn't get a clear view to see whether it had gone over. Okay, that's a 1 in a million chance. Fine,
because of a weird stadium and the way the stadium was set out.
Because every camera was blocked, but no, every VAR camera. Okay, but there's more cameras at a ground than just the VAR ones. That they're special for VAR or goal line technology. Sorry. There are the TV cameras. On the TV cameras, you could see it was well over the line. Keepers trying to grab it back from over the line. Now, the problem was VAR, the rules around VAR do not allow you to overrule the goal line technology or to say that it's failed. And I think that was the problem. They hadn't thought, what if goal line technology fails? How do we deal with this? And because they hadn't thought of it, they couldn't deal with it, which is a crazy situation. And was it Villa stayed up simply, you can argue, because of that. That mistake has cost, I can't remember who ended up going down. Was it Bournemouth or whoever went down because of that? It's cost them big time. So, there's always going to be mistakes. There's got to be something done. But are we in the third season of VAR or second? Third season.
Second.
It's still not right. Are we in the third season?
We're in our second season.
Third season, because City, Champions League VAR was there 3 seasons ago when City got knocked out by Spurs. Because last season we got Lyon and this season we got Chelsea. So it's at least the third season of Champions League VAR. And you want it to be better and better and better. It's got to be, otherwise what's the point having it if you're going to still make big errors?
Absolutely. Relentless. I mean, what do you say about the whole incident with Liverpool yesterday with the offside was definitely right because he was in line with sight of the in line of the goalie for the West Brom goal. He was in the goalkeeper's line of sight, so that's definitely offside. But like the whole free kick that led to Salah's goal, what do you make of that? Because that's just an absolute howler by Mike Dean, and how it's not being rectified is unreal. Especially since if you watch what is it? I think it was your game, Man City's game, right? They originally given it offside, right? But then they checked the offside, found out Maximan was onside, which then meant that the penalty claim was a penalty because he'd taken out his Linton's leg and put him down in a penalty area. So that's when you look back and you actually think, wow, that's actually when it actually works, and you can see it working. But it just seems that you get these instances all the time. Usually, one game we have an incident like that where it works and you see it working, but then next week it's happened again and there's another problem. Relentless?
Yeah, man, can you hear me?
Yeah.
See the Liverpool incident. Sorry, I'm eating my way. See the Liverpool incident. I wasn't really able to see it. I didn't even see the goal that Alisson scored, but I know I can't really answer this properly.
It was just it was just the Salah goal. That was a mistake.
I've refused to watch that Alisson goal. I've refused.
Hey, it's mad, you know. I always kind of knew Liverpool were gonna make top four either one way or another. You know, it just looks like the football gods are just, you know what I mean, just screwing all the other teams over. Because
I'm not guaranteeing it just. I'm not guaranteeing it just yet.
I thought the first goalkeeper to score a goal this season would have been flipping Edison or something, like a top bicycle.
Yeah.
The other thing is that Edison, generally with Man City, Edison, we're not Liverpool. Edison doesn't need to go up. Edison can stay back. That's the way it is.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
But they should just have Edison do like free kicks just for the banter, bro.
They won't do it. You know, they should. You know,
but the counter type will be lit on that, bro.
Edison's the best penalty taker at City. The best penalty taker. They should do it, but they won't.
Do you know what's funny? Hang on, I'll just move on to the cup final. What's funny about the cup final is that offside goal by Chelsea, right? We can all see it's marginally offside, and the amount of times we've said that how can it possibly be an advantage, right? When it's that much, and we should have like a second line that's a marginal difference, right? Next season, if you look at it next season by the look of their proposals, and I'll put this as a poll as well, and I'm gonna see if anyone's any responses on that poll, which is should VAR draw a second line around 2 to 3 centimeters beyond the first defensive line to show that an attacker has such a distinct advantage, then a defender can be classed as offside. And it's literally 50-50 at the minute, right, between yes and no. And then apparently the FA are looking at changing the offside rule so that only if a bit of your body is in line with the defender, you are deemed offside. These proposals put forward by Arsene Wenger, and 33% agree, 67% disagree with this and don't want it changed. Let's see, we'll look at the comments. One of them says, "Sounds stupid. You couldn't make this shit up. But the crooks at Stockley Park will fudge every decision to a specific narrative. Wake up and smell the coffee. Just leave it all decision to the referee." Well, that's one way of saying it. But I mean, that would have meant yesterday's goal would have been onside. I mean, it's like the offside rule is getting to the point like the handball where we can't tell what's handball, what's offside. I mean, what do you make of that, Jordan? Do you think it should change?
I love this club, man. I will never leave Liverpool, man. I love this club, man.
I'm talking about the offside rule. Do you think the offside rule should be changed to how Wenger wants it, which is if a bit of your body's in line with defence, no matter if the rest of it's offside, right, if only a bit of it's onside, you are deemed onside.
That free kick should have been retaken back, you know, because he never kick off properly.
I'm talking about the offside rule.
Oh, offside. Oh.
Yeah, because they're changing the offside rule to see if part of your body is in line and even though the rest of it's offside, if part of it's onside, it's classed as onside. That's what they're going to change it to.
Yes, because when Mane get it to turn, the arrow check it if he's offside. Then if you change it.
Yeah, I don't think they should change it at all. I don't think they should. I mean, Ray, what do you think? Do you think they should change it?
The offside, it's all, you know, every year they seem to change it a little bit, and then they find out there's something wrong with what they've done. No doubt if they change it again, they'll find out something wrong. They'll need to keep tweaking it. Someone said to me, why don't they just make it an advantage for the attacker and say, if any part of your body is in line with any part of the defender's body, it's onside. So if your arm...
what they're suggesting. That's what they're suggesting.
Yeah, so someone told me that months and months ago, and that's what he said it should be. You know, and I remember when they brought this in, one of the mistakes that they made was it all depended on at what point you said, or they said, the pass was made. And they weren't showing us the frames. And for me, it's like, well, I'll talk about cricket. I don't know if you watch cricket, but the way they decide when someone's out, if it hits the wicket, is when the bails are in the air. Okay? Now, and they do it frame by frame. They don't say, oh, on this frame, it's in the groove. In the next frame, it's in the air. Somewhere in between, you know it's gone up. And you might think it's almost leaving the groove in one frame, but until you can physically see the daylight, then they don't say it's left the groove. And they were making that mistake in the. I remember City played West Ham. Start of last season, we beat them 5-0 away from home, and there was one that they'd given offside, and it was just like that was onside, and then there was another that they gave onside, and it's like that was offside. And it was all to do because it was, I think, one of the first games that they'd used VAR in this country, and it was one of the, and it was all dependent on. It was subjective when someone decided someone had made the pass, and I think maybe what they should have done there is when you can see daylight, do it frame by frame when you can see daylight. So it's always going to go back to that as well. So now they're looking at one part of it. You know, where was the guy when the ball was released? But they need to also look when it was released. And I still think they need to say, is there daylight? If there's daylight, that's the pass has been made. And where is the body, you know, or go back one frame from when the daylight's there and say that's when the pass has been made. And then, yeah, you're right. If any part of the body, but do you then include the hand? Because if my hand's there, you know, can an attacker then say, think about it and say, instead of standing in a proper position, can I not just have my hand behind me and my body in front, so I could be like 1.5 yards ahead of that last defender? Does that make it unfair, or do you say that's an unnatural position? You know, if you get the run on somebody, I can understand that, but. Because I'm line and I can see 30 yards over there's a player, and I just make sure my hand's onside, and that's it. And then I'm just leaning forwards, and the ball gets played. My hand's onside. It's in line with that guy. No one's going to catch me. And you know, I don't know. I just think there's going to be a problem with it in season. Someone's going to turn around and say it's so unfair. You know, this rule. Someone's you know, I don't know. It's just I can just see problems. I don't think it's ever going to disappear.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it will never disappear as well. It seems like it doesn't get any better at any point anytime soon. I'm still that believer. I mean, I think Talkman, you suggested it to me first, and when I thought about it, sat down and thought about it, I thought it's probably the best way forward, which is like you have like that defensive line, and then like you have a second line, maybe a yard or about a yard on, to say that then okay, if you've then crossed that line, you are then offside. But if you're not cross that line, you could say it's like there's no advantage there because it's barely past the defensive line. So basically, if you've got like about a yard on the defensive line, that's a distinct advantage you've got over the defender. But if you're literally about that far off, you can't even see, then yeah, it should be just like it's counted as okay. It should be counted as like this attacker's advantage. That's what it used to be. I mean, it used to be like advantage to the attacker. I mean, obviously,
if it was close, we used to say give the advantage to the attacker. But the thing is, it's got to be based upon whether someone's getting an advantage. And the problem is that's always subjective. If you say is someone gaining an advantage by where they are, it's like saying what advantage are you gaining if your armpit hairs, or your fingers offside? What are you actually gaining an advantage?
Yeah, because it's actually like saying because it's like it's like where you turn around and say that. How does it you describe it? Where someone could easily say, "Oh yeah, well he's not past that second line, so he's not really marginally gaining an advantage." But then someone say, "Yeah, well yeah he can because unlike the defender, he's on a run, so he'll just carry on running." Right, like when you start a car that a starting position is always going to be slower than the car that's already like going past. Yeah. That's already behind him, but about to go past him, and it's already got running through. So a running start. So a running start's already going to be better than a stop start. So whilst the defender's got to turn and then run back with him, right, which will take him which will mean that the attacker gets about a yard on him.
Yeah.
The attacker should just run through, and so they could say, even though he's only that bit off, technically he's actually got about that bit off once the defender starts going with him. So
the problem is there's always going to be a little bit of subjectivity, and it's always going to be somebody's interpretation.
It's not the black and white. That's the problem.
Yeah, and offside is never going to be black and white. I mean, they can try and get rid of more of the subjective grey areas, but they're never going to get it 100% black and white. You're offside, you're onside, because someone's subjectivity is always going to be involved. There's no getting away from that.
Absolutely. Saeed, how are you, mate?
Yeah, but
Saeed?
He
doesn't seem to be there. He's gone.
Guys, I'm going to have to run. Thanks for having me on, mate. Cheers, guys.
Enjoy
the show.
Thank you. Cheers. We're going to have to wrap it up in a minute anyway, actually. It's like we've been saying, is that they need to, I think really they need to sit down and have an honest assessment about how poor this decisions have been this season, and then where they go from here to try and improve it. And actually, I also asked the fans as well. You know, to give the fans an opinion as well on the matter. Saeed, what do you say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just.
Yeah, I mean, regarding offside, obviously, it's never going to be perfect. But it's not meant to be perfect. It's sport, isn't it? These human beings, we are not robots.
Yeah.
I think they need to, the offside rule as it stands now, the VAR, I just think it's wrong, we want to see goals in football. We don't want a goal between goals, think there should be some element of like a handicap rule of maybe they say, okay, this is the amount that we're gonna let be the benefit between if it is a goal or not a goal. I think everybody would be happy with that because you can't, as a striker, you can't play with millimeters. It doesn't work like that. You try to be onside, and if you are offside by a few millimeters, that shouldn't be you losing that goal, doing all that work. I think it's bad, and I hope that they will review it, come up with a better rule.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. But like I said, they need an honest assessment. And
did you talk about the Chelsea disallowed goal?
Yeah, this is what we're on about.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Because the fact it's so marginally offside.
It's been so many this season.
But I can get why they're mad because I've had that we've had that against us so many times where it's been millimeters offside. But and this is what I said. Like next, I said it on stream. Next year, and I was laughing about it. But this is the funny thing: is that next year that's going to be counted as onside, right? It's mad. But like I said, I'm gonna have to end it there because I got another commitment at 7. Someone wants me on as well. So and there's not much else to cover from this week anyway because it's been so mad and hectic. It's unreal. But I think what they do is they need to actually ask fans what's the best way forward, to be honest. But I think then no one's going to 100% agree. But I think at least give
former players that played in the game, surely.
Ask former players, ask attackers,
they have an understanding of football. They've played. They know what they want.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll wait and see. But hopefully, I can improve it from this season. Must do, honestly. But we're gonna have to leave it there. Thanks, guys, for tuning in as usual. Do make sure to hit that like button. Do hit that subscribe button. Later on this evening, 9 p.m. we have got a special show which is, I think, it's a new series. The series that we're going to do until the Euros start, which is called Football's Greatest Rivalries, and I'm going to start playing the simple. I'm going to start at Arsenal, Man United, because I've got a load of Man United fans who want to come on. So I'm going to have that. I don't know if you're available. Are you available?
Yeah, I'll try and come in even if it is for half an hour.
Yeah. I'll send you a link and see if you can get you on. Relentless, you available then, 9 p.m?
9 p.m. your time?
Yeah, my time.
Yeah, what time is it now where you are?
It's 7. So 10 to 7.
So
2 hours away.
I might come on for a little bit because at that time I gotta go somewhere. So yeah, I might come on for maybe like 10-15 minutes though.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, but thanks anyway.
And it's gonna be on this channel?
What?
It's on this channel?
Yeah, it's on this channel, yeah.
Yeah, what's the show about? What's it
Arsenal,
about?
Man United. The rivalry.
Oh, just like banter? Or
No, it's the rivalry between Man United and Arsenal.
Yeah, like we winning at Old Trafford.
Oh, you mean like history, like a history thing?
Yeah, history thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Come.
All right, cool. Yeah.
We won the league at Old Trafford, by the way, just in case. We won the league at Old Trafford.
Yeah, one time, but they've won so much more than better us. But obviously, there's a major.
And we stopped Liverpool's dominance. We stopped Liverpool dominance in '89. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was in '89. That was a long time ago. And we're not talking about that one anyway. Anyway, but that was a long time ago. We're gonna end it. Martin Keown. Thanks for everyone that's tuning in as usual. Do hit that like button. Do hit that subscribe button. Go check Relentless Sports Hub. Go and subscribe to his channel now. We'll catch you guys later on, and hopefully the referees butt their ideas up for next season. Until then, take care. Bye bye.